Hey, what's up, YouTube? Mostly Monkey here. Time to break down what I think is to be the most toxic type of person in the game. Now, you see me, my last video had me doing a delivery much like this, at the exact same location I'm at right now, going to. Sounds same road, you know. This one doesn't go so well. I think people are camping the spot in the delivery locations for these missions, so everybody needs to be wary of this, because unless you have a group of 4 people in your posse when you do these, I highly recommend you do not try to deliver. Do not. You need to get at least 3 people in your posse when you do these, at least. And you need to have access to some explosive rounds or something that gives you sort of an advantage, because it's so easy just to sit here and wait for somebody to try to deliver their stuff. As you'll see in just a minute, this mission does not go too well. You know, I wish Rockstar would not allow this to happen. The griefing in the trader missions. You know, the supply missions, let them people grief that and get your supplies instead of you, like that kind of thing. But this is just not. It takes 3 hours to get a full 100 goods in your thing with a large wagon. You see, I almost get there, almost, and I'm dead. I was literally like just feet away from delivering it, and these people camped that spot and got me. One of the main spots in Saint Denis is where they'd have you deliver it. And I think they either need to change where you have to deliver it, or they need to make it so nobody can grief you in it. Because now they got the wagon. I took 2 seconds to spawn. They already got the wagon all the way down here. You see, my posse member died as well. I only had one other guy with me on this. It wasn't a good... I didn't expect to have this type of thing happen. And he's using, it looks like he's using incendiary or explosive or something. So needless to say, I'm really mad and don't know, like, in these situations I kind of panicked a bit. If I didn't have panicked as much, I might have been able to stop it, but it caught me completely off guard. This video is serving for a warning for everybody else. I didn't realize this level of douchebaggery existed till now. I can understand why people have some backlash to some of my other earlier videos about griefing and whatnot, because people might have experiences like this, and now I completely sympathize with those people. I'm sorry if what I said about griefing offended you, but it's not always bad. This is. These dudes literally have their camp set up outside the map, outside of the city, I mean, and it takes them a matter of a couple minutes to actually deliver it. And they get all of the rewards. I don't get anything back. This is a broken mechanic in the game. The fact that you can do this, spawn trap people, have your posse members delay them, and then nothing can be... We just can't have fun on the game with people like this. It's just not possible. They're gonna steal my stuff, and then freaking kill us over and over again. Man, what in the hell is going on with this community with Red Dead? What the hell you reckon's up to this shit, mate? Man, goddamn, can't even have any fun on Red Dead no more. I'll get me a horse now. Oh, look at this. Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Look at this. Oh, got him. That's what you get for killing my horse, asshole. And they didn't go into voice chat at all. They would not engage me in voice chat. You know, I feel like these people might be young kids. But you'll see something a little bit later in the video that makes me believe otherwise. I would prefer, like, see this dude, he's fucking using Mausers dual wield with God build. Like, how toxic? How many things do you want on your side? You got all that power, firepower, on top of all that defense. It's completely broken. They need to take away, they need to nerf the God build in one way or another. I don't care how they do it. They could nerf tonics. They could make it so tonics can't be used during slow and steady while having it on there. You can't use anything above 1, level 1 tonics at least. You know, anything above level 1 you should not be able to use when you have slow and steady equipped. But here's the thing people will do. They'll just cheese it. They'll make it so, well, they'll make it so that they can equip it after they take a level 3 tonic. As long as Rockstar counters that and makes it so if you have a level 3 tonic active, you cannot select slow and steady. That would fix that as well. You know, I'm looking at their profile. You see they're level 500, 400, whatever. What purpose, what reason do they have to steal other people's stuff at that level? Other than just to be assholes. What other reason is there? I can't come up with one. If you're that high of a level, what do you get out of it but to feel like a fucking a bully, basically? It's basically bullying in this game. You know, I hate to say it. I defended griefing before, but there's some extremes that you just should not go to when it comes to griefing, when it comes to this type of stuff. There's just some extremes you should not go to. And this is one of those extremes, types of griefers. These people, like, it'd be one thing if they were like some, you know, level 90s or 100s or something. No, but these dudes are like high in the hundreds. Like, they're fucking level 400, level 300. You know, they're not even fucking getting anything out of this. They probably already have all the stuff they could want, yet they still decided to grief me and my teammate here. And it just, I'm at a loss for words for just how insecure a person must be to seek out others and make them go through misery so that way you can feel better about yourself. I just can't wrap my head around this. I just don't understand what they're gaining from this other than just putting misery on me and my friend here. And it makes me want to stop playing this game altogether. And I hope Rockstar, you know, at least knows about this problem or is planning on fixing it or making it more balanced when you do get your shit stolen. Something needs to happen to where you don't lose everything when it's stolen. That's 3 hours I wasted in this game. 3 hours I wasted. And now these dudes are able to waste more of my time by killing me over and over using horses, using Deadeye, slow and steady, using incendiary shotgun shells. They're using all the things they can to make my life and my friend's life miserable right now. Even though they aren't willing to engage me in the game chat. They are not willing to engage me in the game chat. Now, these dudes probably think that they're justified in doing this because it's in the game. Let me ask you this. Now this is a very, very easy cop-out. Was slavery justified because it was legal, you know, 200 some years ago? I mean, was it okay? Just because the law says something is okay. Just because the rules are there doesn't mean you're supposed to use that. And this guy, you know, he's still using Deadeye. Otherwise, he would be dead right here. He should be dead. I clearly beat him, yet he's using that ability with tonics. They are not good players. This is not a way to promote skilled play or honorable play. There's no downside to doing this. There needs to be consequences for doing this. You should have your own reputation as a traitor ruined when you do this. Because your goods are stolen. You know, if they're trying to make this as realistic and as balanced as possible, if you steal someone else's goods, those goods should have to go through some sort of process that makes them less valuable because they are stolen and they do have that tag on them. Because stolen goods can be traced back to the original owner, and then it's actually looked at as something that is not a legal thing. You would get legal trouble, you know. for doing so, for stealing goods and then just distributing them as your own. That's something that should be in the game. You should not get the equal, you know, payout. At very least, that's what needs to be in the game. At very least. This is a very long rant, I know, but if you haven't noticed, these guys don't care. They're playing as unfair as possible. They won't leave me or my posse member alone. They try to get us from behind every time, try to get us from horseback. They do not want to have the game be equal. Even grounds to fight on. And I honestly don't want to play this game anymore because of this. I don't want to do the trader roles. I don't want to even try to do them. You know, I don't tolerate this type of stuff. I don't understand the type of douchebaggery it takes to do like this. The type of... This guy should be dead after the second shot, but because of that bullshit thing he's got going, he's running tonics like crazy. I can't. I just don't know how to address this without going into... They have this destructive knockdown behavior. They just want to knock people down to feel better about themselves. And just because something's behind a screen doesn't mean that you can be a douche. Doesn't mean that you can be a bully. Doesn't mean that you should be exempt from all social consequences. Just because there's a fucking screen between me and you shouldn't mean that you should act however the fuck you want. Because if I was sitting next from these people and they were doing this shit to me, do you really think that they would feel comfortable doing it to me? They weren't even comfortable engaging me in voice chat. Or my friend. How are they comfortable in doing this? Because there's a screen between us. And people these days think that because there's a screen between someone else and them, that they can say whatever they want, act however they want, and have zero consequences, have zero ramifications, have no responsible repercussions for anything they did. And that's completely cowardly. When you hide behind this thing, act like this. I bet you that these people do not act like this in real life. I bet you they are fucking nice, or they act, well, they're not really nice. They just act nice because they're afraid, obviously. Because being nice doesn't mean not being able to be mean because they're afraid. Being nice means you have the ability to be mean, but you choose not to. Right? That's what nice is. That's not having no ability to be mean. Because these people are not really nice people, as is shown here. These people are really cowards. And that is evident with all the way they're playing right now. Their life is obviously not living up to what they thought it should. And so they're projecting all of this out on this game to somehow satiate the hunger they have for being... This guy thinks he's smart. Look at this. Yeah, you're so smart. Got him. But yeah, I mean, they're just using this as a fucking crutch for their own issues in real life. I mean, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that, obviously. I ran right into that. You shouldn't do that. You should always try to, we should always try to come to terms with things about ourselves. Whether we like them or not. And that was a pretty good quick shot, wasn't it? I killed this dude's horse. I'm ready to play dirty here. You know, once you do this to me, I'm cruel as I can possibly be to you. I will be as cruel as necessary for you to bite your own fucking action. Bite your own bullet. You will not get off on this. You will not attack me, take my shit, grief the shit out of me afterwards, and not listen to me talk bad about you throughout the entirety of it. You will not. And every time it comes down to skill, you notice that they don't fucking kill me. Every time it comes down to skill, they don't kill me. They always gotta use some sort of shit off of horseback, off of, you know, shotguns straight at me. Anything possible. I also don't get the reason why it's implemented into the game. You can steal 3 hours of someone's work, and then you just get nothing afterwards. You get 0. I don't get anything. I was 2 feet from it. I did everything about the mission except for 2 feet. You understand that? 2 feet was what I didn't do of this mission. And I went home with nothing for all of that effort. And if that's not unbalanced, I can't tell you what is. Because that is ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. No matter how you try to slice it. The fact that there's no ramifications for stealing from people, when in real life there is. The fact that there is no ramifications, or there is no way that I can counter it when they have it set for me to fail, because they're sitting here waiting at the place that it's delivered, and then also have their camp right outside so they can easily just store it into their shit. I don't know how else you justify that. How else you say that's balanced. How is that balanced? There's no balance there. Yeah. So the Rockstar needs to fix this this issue. You know, if you disagree with me, tell me. Explain your position on it. I'll be more than willing to conversate. More than willing to see other perspectives. Now, let me know if you guys, or anybody, for that matter, thinks this is the way it should be and should stay, whether it's balanced or unbalanced, whether traders should be something that is more rigid in the way it can be messed with, tampered with, whether there should be more measures against this type of actions, and whether or not you think that these guys were justified in what they did, or whether I'm completely wrong here. You know, I would greatly appreciate any opinions. I would greatly appreciate any and all criticism of my points and my little opinions here. I hope you guys have a good day and a good playthrough on this game. Be warned that these people are prominent in here, and I do believe they are hacking. Someone tell me if you think they are. They're killing me through a parlay. Well, that's all I have for you today. Till next time.